What could possibly lead Spongeglock, SquarePants, and Diego the Zoo Boy, two American rappers, down a path of crime? Known in their everyday lives as Terry Houston and his friend, the duo were not just partners in music, but also partners in crime. Their careers in the rap industry, under the aliases Spongeglock, SquarePants, and Diego the Zoo Boy, were just the tip of the iceberg. The quiet humdrum of a gas station was shattered when they decided to rob it, shooting the unsuspecting clerk and making off with the cash. But the bloodshed didn't stop there. Their friends and fellow rappers, Kane Havron and international visionary, were next on their list as they met an untimely end at the hands of these unlikely criminals. This shocking crime spree, involving two people who were once admired for their music, left everyone stunned. But as we delve deeper, we soon realize the crime spree didn't end there. From a zoo to a museum, Spongeglock and Diego left a trail of chaos in their wake. Their audacious actions would echo through the annals of crime, marking them as individuals who had lost all regard for life and order. In a haunting display of callousness, these two men targeted innocent animals at a zoo. With cold precision, they fired shot after shot, their chilling laughter echoing through the air as each creature fell. Their question, "Who's ready to die?" was met with terrified silence. The only response, the frightened cries of the dying animals. But their reign of terror didn't stop at the zoo. The museum was their next target. Here, they continued their horrifying spree, shooting at animals preserved for education and posterity. The destruction was devastating, a senseless act of violence that shook the community to its core. After leaving the museum, Spongeglock and Diego set their sights on a different kind of payday. A jewelry store, glittering with $1 million worth of Rolexes, necklaces, and other precious items, was their next stop. With the same ruthless efficiency they'd shown at the zoo and museum, they robbed the store, leaving the employees in a state of shock and fear. However, their audacious actions did not go unnoticed. The police, alerted by the string of crimes, were hot on their trail. When they were finally cornered, a search of their car revealed a stash of drugs and Percocet, adding another layer to their growing list of crimes. Their reckless actions led to their arrest and a 50-year sentence for robbery and animal cruelty. But as we'll find out, life behind bars would only amplify their violent tendencies, leading to even more shocking incidents. The story of Spongeglock, SquarePants, and Diego the Zoo Boy was far from over. It was just the beginning of a descent into a world where chaos reigned, and the cost of their actions was a price they were yet to fully comprehend. Life behind bars didn't deter Spongeglock and Diego from violence. Their ruthless streak continued to run unchecked, even within the confines of a prison cell. The two rappers, notorious for their audacious crimes on the outside, found new targets in their fellow inmates. Among these were a slew of celebrities, each with their own stories of how they ended up in this grim place. Spongeglock and Diego's interactions with their fellow inmates were far from cordial. Lady Adeline, the renowned singer, became one of their victims. Diego, in a fit of rage, ruthlessly attacked her, leaving her lying helpless on the cold prison floor. But the violence didn't end there. In a shocking turn of events, the famous actress Zendaya lost her life at the hands of Spongeglock. In a chilling display of cold-blooded brutality, he choked her to death, showing no remorse for his actions. Amidst this violence, a peculiar dispute arose. Marshmallows, of all things, became a point of contention. These sweet treats were declared illegal within the prison walls, oddly enough, due to being associated with drugs. This strange declaration led to heated arguments and fights among the inmates, with Spongeglock and Diego at the forefront. These two rappers, who once commanded stages and had fans screaming their names, were now reduced to fighting over marshmallows. And yet they seemed to thrive in the chaos, their violent tendencies undeterred by their circumstances. Their continued disregard for the rules and their propensity for violence did not go unnoticed by the prison authorities. The justice system, in response to their unchecked brutality, decided to extend their sentences. The duo, who once lived life in the fast lane, were now destined to spend their remaining days confined within the four walls of a prison cell. Their violent behavior and disregard for rules led to their sentences being extended. Spongeglock, SquarePants, and Diego the Zoo Boy are now serving life in prison.